Hi friends, it's Julia. I am here to share a process of working on my photo albums. So what I do is I keep these photo albums on my shelf and I have them tagged up here on the side. Currently this holds photos from July 2014 through August of 2015. Now in the process of going through here, I have done some of these cards. Like here you see July 2014 and I put in a cute pocket page card from one of the Project Life packs that I purchased at some point. These are the photos that I have already scrapped or ones that I don't plan to scrap. I think so far in this album I have already divided out any photos that I want to give the kids or my cousins or anybody else. So going through here you can see some of these have rounded corners. Some have squared corners. Once this album is done to go on the shelf, these corners I will go back and I will round them to match these because I'm just weird that way. And these are just scraps of paper. These are actually pocket page cards or Project Life cards that I purchased. And so I just kind of kept, like here is all a blue theme, so I pulled blue cards. And here there's some orange colors in here, some red colors, multicolors, yellow. I think I'm probably going to change these out. These were acting as a placeholder. And you can see here, as I go through, there are some gaps because I did pull photos. I haven't worked all the way through here. I have these two areas here. I've already got a placeholder here, and so a placeholder here. That other spot I may just leave blank. Here's another card that says November. I have pulled a photo from here, and you can see I have pulled multiple photos from here because this was a Christmas that I did not get completely scrapbooked. So I have tons of photos that I pulled out to scrapbook. Yeah, and then we start into January. Nobody wants to see me. So this is where I was doing almost a photo a day, and I was taking some bizarre photos along the way. You can see I have scrapbooked and cut out photos, and I have bits and pieces left. And I go through and I add a scrap of paper. I've got my box of 4x6 pieces cut out like here, and I will just glue that onto here. However, you know, it may work. Like if I do it like that. That would be a placeholder. Same with that one. And so you can see there's gaps in here, and I have March 15 of 2015 here, so I know March here so that I can make a card for this is the start of March photos. Most of these photos, like I said, I have already created layouts with. I don't think I want to create any more, and if I do, I'll pull them out and work on getting them scrapbooked throughout this month maybe. But I think I've pretty much scrapbooked all of the photos that I wanted to out of here. So this goes through there into August of 2015. The next album will start at August 2015 on my shelf. By the time I finish this, I will pull those photos forward, and I will have more room at the end that I will pull photos from the next album into here. As I go along, I'm going to share this process with you. I'll just show it to you when I'm completely done. I want to make a permanent, this is just a little tag, and this is what I do. I paper clip it to the side to just kind of help me as I'm looking for photos to scrapbook or know which albums are done. So I will make a permanent tag for that and actually staple it onto this because this is just a cardboard piece, and I'll staple it on. I'll make it look a little cuter maybe, but for the moment that works. And then I'll make something to go here in the front. But I will show you that when I am all done with that, and this will be an ongoing project that I'm going to work through for 2021 in getting these albums updated and the photos pulled that I want to work on. Plus I have several albums where I haven't divided out the photos, and they're just chock full and heavy, and I need to get those divided up. And like this album, once it is complete, it can go into the other room on the shelf where everybody can pull it and look at it whenever they want to. But they all know when it's in my scrapbook room, you pretty much don't mess with stuff on the shelf in here. till I'm ready for you to pull it. I know, I'm a little bit weird that way. Anywho, so this is what I have. This is where I'm starting at, and this is my process that I'm going to share with you guys. Give me a second and I'll show you what my shelf looks like at the moment. So here are the albums up here on the shelf. You can see the red one actually goes in the front over there, and then these are all full of photos until you get to here. And then I have 3 new photo books, 3 new albums that require photos in them, but I haven't printed them since the end of 2019, October 2019, maybe January 2020, I can't remember. I have to print all those photos. That requires editing. I've been pretty good about keeping the editing process going, but I haven't got it done yet. So that's where the photo storage is for photos that I'm going to scrapbook. Let me show you where they have gone once they are completed. So this shelf is a recent purchase that I picked up at Target, and it is 3 cubes wide by 2 cubes high, and it's holding a ton of scrapbook albums right now. And my thought process is I want to put my photo albums in here as well. And so I need to get them organized and get them in here. I do have albums in my living room in a cupboard right now. I won't show you there because it is jam-packed full. One of my thoughts is to get those albums moved in here as well. But you can see some of these have just tag storage. Some of them have little clips on them to indicate what's in them. Some of them, the tags have been torn off. Some of them just have the clipped on tags. Some of them aren't labeled at all. So that's another process this year, is to get all of this labeled so that we know what's in it. Those are the old Postbound albums down there. Some of them are, and yeah, I have to work on those too. I don't think I'm going to take any of the layouts out, but I'm also going to have to figure out a way to put something on the edge. Maybe my little tab storage that I've got going on now is something that can work. Anyway, this is where my photo albums are going to go. Once they are complete, I plan on filling up a large portion of this down on the bottom with the photo albums. Or maybe I'll move the scrapbook albums down and put the photo albums here. We'll see. So that's my plan for the moment. And this just sits in my spare bedroom. You can see it doesn't take up a ton of space. It is, I think, right at 12 inches wide. So it works out great in that little space that I have beside the bed. So I hope it encourages you, this whole process, I hope it encourages you to get into your photo albums or your photo storage and do something with it, organize it so that your family, you and your family, or just you, can find what you want, can enjoy looking at the photos or the layouts, whatever you keep in your albums, whether it be Project Life, whether it be scrapbook layouts, whether it be photo albums. This, I think, is going to carry on once I get all of my most recent from 2014 forward. I'm going to start on the older albums, but I want to work with what I have in the scrapbook room right now. Make sure I get everything pulled out that I want to scrapbook. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you being here, and I hope you'll stick around each month. It's going to be a monthly process where I'm going to share with you guys. Anyway, I'll be back to show you what I do with this album once it is complete. Alright friends, I'm back. I have finished this album. It is ready to go onto the shelf. There is my label from July 2014 to December 2015. And so there is the label that I made for the front. Oh, and I forgot. Ah, man. December 2015. Yeah. Now that looks better, doesn't it? Okay. So the alphabet that I chose did not have all of the letter stickers that I needed. So, you know, I just Frankensteined or MacGyvered or whatever you want to call them to make it work for me. I added on a couple little enamel stars there from a leftover bin that I am trying to use up. It is there from Freckled Fawn, and I had several left in there, and I finished that off. Here's This and That by Echo Park from 2012, the alphabet stickers that I'm using. It was on a big sheet that had multiple embellishments and alphabets and that kind of thing on it. And okay, so again, here we go. We're going to do a flip through. That tag was already done. that tag was already done. I rounded the corners here, added matching papers here, and I tried to keep the theme the same. So if I have a pink or a mauve or a red, I tried to keep it the same for that month. So October was kind of a greenish blue, and so as I flipped through, I put the green here, and I tried, if I have these two together, I tried to do the same pattern. There's green with a little bit of purple. This one had a gray feel to it. This one has a gray with red, and so I put the red here. January had a gray. There's red there. There's more gray. More gray. Oh, and gray behind this photo. And there. Gray here. March. Are you getting all the way in there? And I just rounded out the corners. You can see I got a little froofy here. I put down the alphabet, and then I put a couple of the stars and a piece of washi tape there, and I layered that. I have the 4x6, and then I cut the pattern paper down just a hair. May, I really like that one. I cut those out. Oh, and that one I didn't show you on March. I used a couple of sheets of scrap. I had the one with the bees on it and the words, and then I cut the floral out from a different piece of paper, scrap paper, with the leaves. So I like how that turned out. This one, I just took the two sheets that were matching, put them there, and then cut out a little piece here and used a purple glitter alphabet sticker that I had. And I compressed all the photos up. There's a purple scrap there. Another purple scrap. Another purple scrap. That one was brown. And then August was this beigey color. And I used an older alphabet there. The same pattern here. I just flipped one of the papers around so that the florals all look like they're next to each other. Those are just plain. Another scrap, another scrap, another scrap. And there is December, and I had hot pink on that cloud, and because my granddaughter's photos were right here, I went ahead and used December there. And then another scrap there. So that got through December of 2015. So I finished out the year. So this one is ready to go on the shelf. I will put it in there, and then next time I will work on the next album. Anyway, guys, I will see you on the next album organization project. See you guys on the next video. Bye-bye. Oh, I forgot to mention, I pulled out a ton of duplicate photos or photos that were blurry. There's probably a good 25 photos here that will go probably into the trash. I might cut some of them down to get, like, that's a great one of my grandson, just a face photo of him. So I may get some of these chopped up and used for different projects. And I did pull several that I wanted to scrapbook that I have over here. So I'm going to try and get all of these done. And I have, you see, just little notes on there for when they were from. There's August 2015 and December 2015. So yeah, I've got those set aside to scrapbook, and the rest will probably be chopped up and going to the trash. And we'll go from there. Anyway, guys, I will see you on the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.